and welcome back. It's been a while since we've reported on Dom's tank, and it's gone over some changes. If you recall from some of the old videos, the early days, there was a lot of rock in here, and that's what they needed. They needed the bio action from the live rock and the dry rock and all that stuff, but now they're all grown up. They're getting big. So we've made some changes to take some of the rocks out. Now we're drying them out and storing them for maybe some use in the future. But we just did a water change today, and so it's a little on the cloudy side, but it's going to clear up soon. But we, pretty regularly do about 50% of it. We made a little bit of clearing, so he has the big French angel has a little bit of room to spin around and hang out, and so he really is tall, so we have to give him some space. And what we did for the rest of them here is we made the jungle gym because they love it. Fish love going through them. And unfortunately the French angel is too small to fit through there, so he doesn't go through there, but just about, I think all the rest of them do. Here's our clown trigger. We put him in when he was just a baby, and there's a video that shows him. He was about the size of a $50, and or good sized goldfish, I guess, or I'd say about the size of that puffer. And now he's just grown, and he's good. He's a good looking fish. He's really friendly. He'll let me pet him sometimes, or bite my finger off, one of the two. But he's pretty gentle, and he knows the difference between a finger and food. And he knows they can watch you, and so they've already seen me preparing some food. So he knows that food is on the way. So he's pretty excited. He knows the food is coming, so that's why he kind of wants to bite my finger, but he knows. And he's a really neat specimen to watch. Usually they're pretty aggressive and eat all the other tank mates, but we got him so young, and that's the key to this. Really, you got to get them when they're young and they grow up to be happy in their environment. And I think that's why he doesn't bother anybody else. Plus, look at his belly, he's well fed, just like me. And so the only issues we've had the hippo tang has kind of gotten that skin disease a lot. It's very common to tangs. Our Atlantic tang looks great. I don't see anything. He's got a couple face blemishes. The yellow tang also has a little bit of that tang issues, but he's healthy. He's very healthy. His fins are kind of, it's something that happens to tangs, but he's a few years old. The Clarkie, he's still doing good. He's kind of the mischievous guy that knocks all the rocks over. And there's our engineer Gobi. He's kind of shy. We don't see him all the time. He's not happy when we mess around with his house. So he'll probably at some point make a little house underneath a couple of rocks, and he'll take some sand out. But if you watch the Jungle Gym, they just love going through pipes. They just love doing it. So it's not the prettiest thing, but we want to make them happy more than anything else. So I figure we'll go ahead and give them something to go through, swim through. And I made sure that there's plenty of room on the ends to turn around. So we've actually been taking out rocks to give them more swimming space. And everything else is pretty much the same. Equipment's been holding up. We have the same lights. We have the same wet dry. We have the same skimmer. The UV light's been working fine. It's still going. The canister filter that's under there needs to be changed a little bit. Otherwise, that's going well too. We did, unfortunately, Vortec MP40s didn't really live up to my expectations. I don't know how you feel about it, Dom, but they cost about a $500 investment each to begin with. When we bought them, it was about $1,100 for the two of them, I think. And I just want to say that they didn't last more than 2 years. And I think that for what purposes you need them for, I think a regular power head there is going to be fine. Even the suction ones, even if you have to glue it on the glass, it's much better. than having to spend that kind of money. And we just replaced the wet side of all these, which was another 160 or something each. So it's a lot of money, and for 2 years use, not a lot of time. But they are cool. They're wireless connected, and they do some, different waves and that sort of thing. You can program for different stuff. So they are neat. We're into the technology thing, but I don't think it was enough technology for the price they were asking for. Other than that, everything else has worked out good. The protein skimmer started out really well. I would say it's a combination of too efficient and not efficient enough, or some kind of design needs to be tweaked so that the skimmer part of things, the protein that comes out of the skimmer, collects a little bit better. But it's still there. We still use it. Generally speaking, after a water change, I don't run the protein skimmer because we've removed a lot of the protein. So about 2 weeks from now, we'll start the protein skimmer, and then it'll really work really well. It's very efficient, so it'll take out all the protein, and then it'll just kind of bubble in there for a while until more protein enters. And so it's not something we have to run. It's actually fine on a timer and not being used all the time. That way it has a little bit of time to build some protein, and that way you see the protein working. You see the protein in the skimmer, and you see it working. But even the protein skimmer has had some issues with its Precision Marine, and the cylinder broke off, and we had to use some silicone to repair it and all that stuff. But we'll give you a quick look at nothing's changed down here, but we'll give you a quick look at what it looks like. So there's the protein skimmer. It's not being used at the moment, but it's set up ready to go. The wet dry, we're not using the auto top off, water auto top off. We're just doing that manually. It seems to hold well enough. And the EHEIM, that's been running really, actually no hiccups at all with that. Been running really well. And the UV light, still on, still running. And it's good. Everything else is good. Systems are working. No leaks. No nothing. Knock on wood. And we have a good ecosystem. They get along well. We haven't had any losses in a while. They're thriving, growing well. In probably a couple hours, this will be really clear and clean. So, but sorry we haven't posted too many videos. Not enough anyway, but we will. And so we're going to start posting some more on there. We've got some unboxings to do. We're going to do some wireless beats. We're going to do... I wanted to do my Apple Watch. I love my Apple Watch. Some people don't like the Apple Watch. I love my Apple Watch. So we got to talk a little bit about that at some point. And we did my car earlier. Don't forget to check that one out. That is my new practical sports car. It's really cool. I love that car. So anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you see the next fresh video and get it right away. And we'll see you later.